You have 24 hours to remove these violations or the association will begin assessing daily fines.
Your interpretation of the bylaws is incorrect.
Cold air hit me when I opened the door, and the streetlight buzzed like a fly. A strip of bright orange flapped on my front walk. Then another, 15 of them in a neat line, stuck to the concrete like gum. The smell of wet asphalt rose after the sprinklers kicked on. It was May 3rd, 2024, at 6:12 a.m. I stood barefoot, holding my coffee, reading the same fake ticket over and over, unauthorized parking. On my sidewalk, I looked up, and Karen from the HOA patrol rolled past in a golf cart with a blinking yellow light. She tapped a clipboard. She smiled like she was chewing a lemon. My phone buzzed with neighbor texts. Dude, you too. They hit me at 4:27 a.m. The whole block felt hunted before sunrise. This is where it started. HOA posted tickets on my sidewalk. For 15 days, had no idea I am their state attorney. That's the fight. They were tagging public sidewalk like it was their private driveway. The paper fined me $100 a day, due in cash to a P.O. box, no city seal, no statute cited, just threats. I checked the map. Our sidewalk was city property. I checked the bylaws. Nothing about sidewalks. The board email bounced me to a portal that looked like a video game menu. Karen waved from her cart again. Enforcement is enforcement, she said and sped off. I tried to reason. I sent 3 emails. I left 2 voicemails. I walked to the clubhouse at 9:00 p.m. with my binder. The door guard shrugged. Board meeting is closed. Next morning, I caught 2 neighbors whispering by the mailboxes. They glanced at the cameras and went quiet. One hissed, "Not here." The president, a guy named Brent, posted in the app at 7:13 a.m. Pay it or incur late fees. No appeal. The tone shook people. A dad with a stroller detoured into the street to avoid the camera by the sidewalk. The more I asked for a conversation, the more the board ghosted me. It felt like they wanted me to lose my cool. I didn't. My line in the sand formed. I promised myself I would use proper channels only. No shouting, no tricks. Just rules, records, and sunlight. I started the receipts montage in my kitchen. I lined up photos, emails, and call logs in a binder. I added a timeline on a yellow pad. Timeline item 1, April 5, at 4:27 a.m., false trespass call. Timeline item 2, April 28th, at 5:51 a.m., first ticket on sidewalk. Timeline item 3, May 3 at 6:12 a.m., 15 tickets found. I filed a city complaint. I filed a postal fraud report for the P.O. box demand. I pulled public records on the HOA. The file landed with 63 pages. I read until 1:03 a.m. That's when I found it. 2 years ago, the board signed a consent letter with the city to stop claiming the sidewalk. The ink was still black. They kept doing it anyway. Plain law line. An HOA cannot fine anyone for rules outside its property. Only the government can issue fines. Patterns of false reports can be prosecuted. The payoff twist had to be clean. The next board meeting was June 12th at 7:00 p.m., open under state law. I showed up in a blue polo and jeans. No fanfare. I put my binder on the table and sat in the 3rd row. Karen glared like I had parked on her foot. Brent started with announcements. Pool keys, pet waste. Then he tried to skip owner comments. I raised my hand. He sighed. "You have 2 minutes." I walked up and opened the binder to the consent letter. I read the first line. Then I slid in a stack of photos of their fake tickets on city sidewalk. Brent smirked and asked my name for the minutes. I told him my full name and title, slowly, so the recorder could follow. State Attorney, Consumer Protection Division. The room dropped into silent, perfect air. Karen's pen clicked like a metronome gone wrong. Phones came out. Neighbors filmed. Someone whispered, "Dude!" That's why he was calm. I spoke in short lines. "This is city property. These are non-government fines. This P.O. box demands cash. This consent letter says you knew." I said I had already submitted the materials. I said I was referring the matter to the city attorney, the police non-emergency line, and our office for review. My voice was even. I didn't have to shout. The binder did the shouting. Brent tried to laugh it off. He said enforcement is discretionary. A woman in the back asked how much they had collected. A teen snorted and said, "This is going viral." The live stream counter crawled past 1,000. A comment pinged loud enough to echo. Bro, just reverse the whole HOA authority flipped before the second agenda item. 2 uniformed officers stepped in, quiet but present. The code inspector followed with a clipboard. The city attorney on speaker asked Brent to confirm the consent letter, signed by him on June 9th, 2 years prior. He mumbled yes. The inspector set a notice on the table. Cease of sidewalk enforcement. Remove all notices within 48 hours. Refund all fines within 14 days. I provided the binder. I noted the totals. 24 households paid under pressure, totaling $2,500. The city attorney said one more thing. False reports to police about sidewalk trespass had been logged 13 times since April. The line rang clear. Patterns of false reports can be prosecuted. The officers nodded. Brent looked like the floor was tilting. Karen stared at the blinking exit sign like it had betrayed her. Aftermath came fast and clean. The board sent a letter on June 14th at 8:09 a.m. They rescinded the sidewalk tickets. They offered full refunds plus a 5% service credit. Brent resigned by sunset. Karen lost the patrol slot. The signs and cameras pointing at the sidewalk vanished by June 20th. Peace rolled back in like a soft morning. Kids chalked hopscotch grids on the now ticket-free walkway. A neighbor I barely knew brought me a loaf of banana bread and said thank you for not screaming. We held a block coffee on a Saturday at 9:30 a.m. No fear in the air, just the smell of cinnamon and cut grass. I still walk out most mornings and feel the concrete under my feet. It's just a sidewalk. It's just ours again. Please follow for more HOA showdowns like this. Do you think she got what she deserves? Comment below